Oh, heavens no. Grown Ups 2 beat Pacific Rim at the box office? Oh, all you people, please keep wasting your breaths on something that doesn't affect your lives. Please, just continue to rant on something that doesn't affect you at all. Please.
Hey, hey, hey! What?
Hey, fellas, that was a good handshake. We got a good one, too. It goes like this.
Oh, how you doing, sir?
Very good, sir.
Oh, man.
Hey everybody, welcome to MaffmanJones Movie Reviews. I'm John Maffio, and today's featured movie is the sequel that everybody wanted, certainly, Grown Ups 2, which stars Adam Sandler, Kevin James, Chris Rock, and David Spade. For those of you who didn't watch the first one, it was about Adam Sandler trying to get away from the Hollywood life and becoming sentimental with his family and his old buddies. This one continues to follow their lives as they have now settled down in a residential community where they now face family issues, frat boys, and a moose in a house. So if you can't already tell by my enthusiastically gleeful mood, I wasn't a fan of the first movie. I have friends who really enjoyed the first Grown Ups, and I respect that because Adam Sandler still has an audience, and all those actors who were in the movie still have an audience. And I don't like their jokes, I don't like their juvenile humor, but people do like them, and I don't care about that. But now we have an unnecessary sequel, and there's no reason for there to be a sequel to this movie, but it's out there, so you know what? The past is the past. It's happened. And at the end of the day, I didn't like this movie. I feel empathy for people who do like the first one. This one, though, is completely stupid. If I had anything nice to say about this movie is that I did enjoy the camaraderie between all the main characters, and even though this movie was a cash grab, I can respect that they still want to have fun out there. Also, I did find some of the jokes and gags entertaining, and along with that, Taylor Lautner, who has a little role in this movie, has great screen presence. He's actually showing a lot of effort, and I found him to be pretty hilarious. Even though perhaps his performance did stand out because everybody else gave a lazy performance, still a good performance nonetheless. Grown Ups 2 as a comedy is very lackluster, it's uninspired, and its humor in most places is both awkward and just odd. A majority of the humor is juvenile humor that has no build-up, a lot of it doesn't make any sense, and a lot of the jokes could have been written by a 5-year-old, literally. As opposed to a recent great comedy like This Is the End, where a lot of jokes, even though improvised, took a lot of effort to make sense, these jokes just are ridiculously dumb. A lot of scenes felt like Broadway setups where there was a compilation of jokes that led to punchlines that led to an ultimate punchline that would lead to the next scene. Then rinse and repeat and so on and so forth. And therefore my brain registered the ending as extremely abrupt because there was no story to this movie, therefore there was no structure. Every scene just felt like it was trying to execute and accomplish a punchline. And I couldn't transpire in my mind what the ending of this movie was, the climax and the structure of the movie, until after it was over, because I didn't realize the movie was over. When it was actually over, I'm like, wait, that's it? Wait, that was an hour and 40 minutes? On my car ride home, I had to actually perplex myself and understand where the climax of the movie was and where it was actually going to take an ending reach. Because while I was watching it, it was just a dullful drag, and I didn't understand, while I was watching it in real time, what was actually happening structure-wise. And as you'd come to expect with a Happy Madison production, there is a ton of cameos, including John Lovitz, Shaq, freaking Stone Cold Steve Austin, the Stone Cold Slayer himself is there, and it killed me, the Stone Cold Stunner, along with other buddies of Mr. Sandler who just needed a really quick paycheck because they need money for alcohol. And I don't blame them, because quite frankly, what else are they doing? Overall, Grown Ups 2 is a sad, strange little comedy, and I have no pity for it. It's not funny, the jokes don't work, there's cameos that aren't even funny, they're just there to just keep your audience engaged if they're even engaged in the first place. Like Bob Dylan continues to sing merrily in his timeless classic, "Oh, the times they are a-changin'." In this 21st century, there are comedic crews that are far superior to that of the Happy Madison crew, and eventually Adam Sandler and his crew will fade away, but they still have an audience, and I don't care. I still like their old movies, I don't like their new movies, and there's still an audience, and if you like these movies, good for you. I just don't. I think this movie was terrible. Grown Ups 2 is a nuisance. It's a 1 out of 5 stars. So if you plan to see Grown Ups 2 this weekend over Pacific Rim, why do you want to see it over Pacific Rim? Why are you a fan of Adam Sandler? Why don't you like Adam Sandler and his crew? Or did you used to like them like I did? Let me know anything about Adam Sandler or these movies in the comments down below. Also, please subscribe to my channel, like this video if you enjoyed this review. Check out Facebook, Twitter, and Wheel of Film in the info box. I'm John Maffio, aka MaffmanJones, and I'll always be a heavy advocate for Billy Madison because peeing your pants is the coolest. See you next time.
I was inside you!